hundreds of thousands of people are having challenges regarding infertility. And a lot of men are becoming emotionally, psychologically affected due to erectile dysfunction. In fact, it has never been so rampant, the issue of erectile dysfunction or sexual dysfunction, to cover both male and female. So we are going to start with infertility. One thing we should understand in a layman's language is that infertility has to do with something that is very sensitive, very, very emotional. In fact, if you are blessed with children, you should thank God, because we have been coming across challenges like that. In fact, yesterday we had 2 cases, and one of them was a 54-year-old woman who married 17 years ago and has, at the age of 38, and has never had a child. So you can see the emotion coming out if you come into contact with a relative, a neighbor, a colleague, a friend who is undergoing this very bad experience. So what do you mean by infertility? Infertility in a layman's vocabulary means when couples do not have an issue after 12 months or more of continuous or adequate, unprotected sexual intercourse. The sex, I mean, the intimacy has to be unprotected, no condom, no anything, no family planning, and it has to be also adequate, at least 3 to 5 times a week. And that will now account for primary infertility, in the sense where those couples have never had an issue. The woman has not even had a miscarriage or an abortion. But there is also another part of infertility, which is secondary infertility. This one is also becoming very, very rampant, because we have been having a lot of women coming to tell us that they already have 4 children, 3 children, 2 children, and but they are looking for another child now for 4, 5 years. That their last childbirth was 6 years, 8 years, 4 years. In fact, their last childbirth was only 3 years. The last time they had an issue was 3 years, and they have 3 children, for example. But they are desperately looking for another child, as if they had never had a child. So this is a very important topic at this time, and is also a very sensitive topic. And I believe for those of us that are here today, who are blessed with children, we will take this message to our friends, to our neighbors, to our relatives, and to our colleagues, and inform them on what are the necessary steps that they should take, if at all there are things they are missing while trying to get an issue. So there are many causes for infertility, but this is not a medical presentation. So I want to quickly go through the causes and then predisposing factors, and then we now give time for questions and answers, because there are maybe some people who join this discussion to ask 1 or 2 questions relating to what they are experiencing. But if you can look at my screen here, I'm going to broadly talk on the some of the causes, physical and psychological. The physical side is where people are having obesity or diabetes. Obesity is a likely cause of infertility, and same with diabetes. And that is why some people that are looking for local remedy, who are refusing to see their clinicians, who are refusing to reach out to other people to look for help, are the ones that are most affected, and that they are also the ones that are seriously injured psychologically and mentally. So another cause is BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, something that has to do with the prostate of the male prostate. We don't have prostate in female prostate, because we will not dwell much on the importance of that, but you will hear more of the practical solution relating to prostate as a cause of infertility in male. Then there are also neurogenic causes, and then hormonal imbalance in both male and female. This is an important factor, particularly in female, which is related to a hormone in female, which we call estrogen, while in male progesterone, testosterone, I mean. Then there are also kidney disease. Kidney disease can also cause infertility, then injury, maybe as a result of accident or procedures that are done during a particular surgery can also cause what? Infertility. Then high blood pressure can also cause infertility, and this is an important factor. And that's why, in my experience, though not documented, I have noticed that infertility, particularly primary infertility, if you understand the definition now of primary infertility, is because I've been seeing primary infertility more from those that are on the higher side in terms of weight, and most possibly due to high cholesterol level in those people, whether males or females. That is why one of the cardinal things that we do when we notice that somebody is on the high side in terms of weight, we now try to make sure that we reduce the weight as a countermeasure to see that we address one of the causes of one of the physical causes of infertility. Then there is also the psychological causes. Stress, as simple as some of us might think, can cause infertility. Because if we go further, you will understand that apart from even if there is no physical cause for the infertility, stress can lead to infertility due to psychosocial problems. And then performance anxiety, depression is another psychological cause. Then loss of interest / relationship problems. Then low self-esteem can also cause what? Infertility. But today, our emphasis is not here. The emphasis is more on how do we address infertility. The first thing I will tell you is to contact your physician. Make sure that you see your physician to look at these causes that we have mentioned. It can be on the physical side or on the psychological side. However, today, the discussion worldwide now is moving towards nutritional therapy, because it has been found that most of the diseases that human beings encounter or experience are as a result of lack or deficiency of one or more of some of the nutrients in our body. Thereby, if those nutrients are corrected or replaced, you will see that that particular problem or experience that one is going will now disappear. Then we look at erectile dysfunction, so that we will now come to the nutrition therapy, which is our focus today, where there is no side effect. Nutrition therapy and look at both the infertility and erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction means where a male cannot, have an erect penis, or the penis will be erect, but it cannot be sustained. The erection cannot be sustained. So the general term that we use there is impotence. But as you have just heard, this can be mild can be moderate, and can be severe. The only way to differentiate is if those causes that we have mentioned are what? Rule out one after the other. You rule this one out, you rule the next one out, you rule the next one out, until when you rule out all the causes. If there is no cause after you have been thoroughly examined, that is when you will now start thinking of something else. So for the males, coitus or intimacy between a husband and a wife, from the male's aspect, has to do with only one organ, primarily, though it's a system of organs, of parts of the organs that form the system. But we are going to look at the penis, because that is where the major problem comes when it comes to erectile dysfunction. And in a layman's language, that's why I'm not even going to put pictures and other things like that. We should understand that the penis is a what? Is a combination of muscles and blood vessels. Muscles and what? Blood vessels. Just let me use common terms and layman's language where all of us will understand. So those, I'm not even going to mention the different muscles that form the penis, and then I'm not going to even mention the name of the arteries or blood vessels that form it, and then the neuronal supply to the penis. But in a simple term, we should understand that the penis is made up of what? Of muscles mainly and blood vessels that supply the penis. So erection occurs when there is dilatation, and then sustenance of that dilatation of the arteries of the penis. And that's where erection takes place. And that's how erection takes place. And when that particular supply is sustained, and that's how erection is sustained. If there is any problem, anything that will affect the muscles, any cause that will apply, will affect the blood vessels, the arteries, then erection will be affected. And that's where the dysfunction comes into play. So today, apart from the medical aspect of how you can correct that erectile dysfunction, whether physically through intervention, meaning to say surgeries, or through drugs, which we do know that all orthodox drugs do have side effects. Even paracetamol has its own side effects. Today, we are going to look at the natural solution through which we may correct that particular erectile dysfunction. And what do you need to do that? Then, on the female side, there are also causes for infertility. And there are also causes for loss of interest in what? In sexual desires. So there is also many reasons, both physical and also psychological. They may be attributed to those issues that we have mentioned, those causes that we have mentioned earlier. And it may also be physical, meaning related to the reproductive system. One common thing today is blockage of the tube. That is the two fallopian tubes in females. Another cause can be what? Uterine fibroid, and a host of other, causes that have to do with the female reproductive system. So let us go and look at quickly, to give you time for asking questions. We are going to look at the nutritional what? Nutritional solution to infertility. I am happy to and delighted to tell you today, authoritatively, that we have helped in my team we have helped a lot of women and also a lot of men to address their infertility challenges. I cannot forget one woman in Gombe State. Today, I mean, last year, 2021, she had her second issue, but they had been battling with infertility, primary infertility for almost, 6 years. And they went for even in vitro fertilization, IVF. The IVF failed twice until now she came across the nutritional therapy. And these are the products that I'm going to discuss with you tonight. I'm going to take the male aspect. The male aspect has to do, apart from the physical causes, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, congenital problems, surgeries. Apart from those ones, mainly has to do with the what? With the sperm production and the sperm ejaculation. And then the quality, the quantity, the morphology, and the other characteristics of the sperm itself that demand discharges into the female reproductive system. So what do we usually give them nutritional? I'm happy to also tell you today that there is a special product. If you have never come across this product today, it is your time to shine. And that product, the first one is multi-marker, forever multi-marker. And marker is commonly known as the sex herb of the Incas. This is from Latin America. It's a plant, natural, organic, no side effect. And this one addresses the issue at the hormonal level, in terms of male, where we are talking about testosterone. And it also helps in taking care of the prostate in males. And it improves the sexual health in males and improving libido, and it also increases stamina and energy levels, meaning to say that it makes erection to be sustained. Other things that it can do is that it also helps in those people that are having depression. And I mentioned earlier on the psychological causes that depression can also be a cause of infertility. Stress can also be a cause of what? Infertility. So multi-marker helps in alleviating what? Stress, in alleviating what? Depression. In women, it also addresses the issue of infertility by regulating their sex hormones, that is progesterone and estrogen. And it also increases stamina and libido in women. And very importantly, multi-marker can also be used in postmenopausal symptoms. Those women that are having irregular periods, which may also be as a result of hormonal imbalance that may cause infertility. So multi-marker is a very important product that can be used for both infertility in males and infertility in females, and it can also be used in the erectile dysfunction because it helps in what? Erection, and it improves libido. The second product, which I think, in my own view, helps that particular woman in Gombe. There are many of them, but that particular woman in Gombe is Forever Royal Jelly. Forever Royal Jelly is superfood of the bees, specially blended with enzymes and fed to each bee, destined to become a what? A queen. It is exclusive food of the queen bee throughout her highly productive life because it contains a balanced blend of amino acids, vitamins, and minerals that support sexual health. Why this one is interesting is that one of other causes of erectile dysfunction is neurogenic. And in Forever Royal Jelly, it contains the only pure source of acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter in the brain. And that is one of the beauty of what Forever Royal Jelly, and it improves fertility, both in males and in females. In fact, for those of us or those people who are having multifactorial causes of infertility, you will find out that Forever Royal Jelly also alleviates stress and anxiety. I have not seen somebody who has used Forever Royal Jelly and has not enjoyed it. There was one woman who took a Forever Royal Jelly to refresh her skin because she wants her skin to glow, and actually her skin glowed. But she told her friend here in Maiduguri, and her friend now also took Royal Jelly, and it seriously increased her sexual libido. And she gave it also to her husband, and before you know, she now took in 1 year or so after having a child. So Forever Royal Jelly is very important in infertility and erectile dysfunction, and it also increases fertility in females. Very, very important. The third product is Forever Vitalize for men and Vitalize for women. Vitalize for men, which is formulated specifically for men, and it is a natural way of prostate support because it contains herbs, vitamins, minerals, and even lycopene. And it also promotes hormonal balance in men. Well, in 2021, in June, I must tell you, there is one big man who visited a lot of hospitals across the world. If I say across the world, I mean across the world. And he has been battling with prostate problem and secondary infertility, most likely due to the prostate enlargement. And even his residual urine volume was far, far above 200 mils. He came across these products in July 2021, and he started taking Forever Royal Jelly, Forever Multimarker, Forever Vitalize for Women, Agi Plus, and then aloe vera gel. And within 3 months, his prostate came back to its normal size. His reproductive system improves. And to the surprise of all the doctors, particularly the one that he mentioned to me in Egypt, his residual urine volume became normal, less than, even, it should not be more than 50 mils, the amount of urine that will be left when a man urinates. But his own even became 30, 35 mils. And everybody was surprised. And up to today, that man is doing well. So Vitalize for men, and for the women, there is also Vitalize for women, which is a blend of antioxidant-rich fruits, herbs, vitamins, and minerals, which is specifically designed to promote women's sexual well-being. And this promotes healthy reproductive organs. It helps in correcting hormonal imbalance, and it gives the woman a very good mood. So these are also very important products that we need, coupled with the almighty Forever Aloe Vera Gel. I cannot fail to keep on overemphasizing the importance of Forever Aloe Vera Gel. Forever Aloe Vera Gel is a major complementary product to these products that I have mentioned in helping a woman that is having infertility issues, or a male that is also having infertility issues or erectile dysfunction, or both, because it gives deep penetration to these products. Here comes Forever AG Plus. I worked in one village. In Forever AG Plus comes in sachets, as you can see there on the screen, 30 sachets in one pack. And I will tell you also this one authoritatively, that in one village that I worked for some time, people were buying males were buying Forever AG Plus in sachets. I think, if I could remember, about 900 naira per sachet then. They were buying it. And what are they buying it for? They are buying it to improve their erectile function. If you can remember, I told you earlier that the penis is made up of what? Mainly muscles and blood vessels. And the sustenance of supply of blood to the arteries of the penis maintains your erectile function to your desired level. So AG Plus is a special natural product which was discovered by one renowned scientist and was even awarded a Nobel Prize for discovering that there is an amino acid that is called L-arginine. L-arginine. What does L-arginine do? L-arginine is easily converted to nitric oxide in the blood. And what does nitric oxide do? We all know as doctors that nitric oxide dilates blood vessels. So when blood is supplied to the arteries of the penis, for those people that are taking, for a person that for a male that takes AG Plus, what it does is that it converts L-arginine to nitric oxide. The nitric oxide now dilates the arteries of the penis, thereby making it to stand erect, firm, and strong. And it maintains and sustains the erection. You can see that this is a beautiful natural product with no side effects. And you can see it from the diagram that I have shown you here on your screens. Let me come back. Apart from the L-arginine inside AG Plus, there is also vitamin C, vitamin D3, K2, B6, B9, B12, and there is also folic acid. There is also pomegranate extract, red wine extract, grape skin extract, blackberry, elderberry, raspberry, blueberry, morella cherry, all within one sachet of AG Plus. This is a wonderful product. I have seen it in action. So for those people who are having erectile dysfunction, for those people who are aging, for those people who want to look strong, because athletes usually use AG Plus and it improves their athletic performance. It has been demonstrated clearly. So the last product I will discuss with you is Forever Arctic Sea. You know, for those people who are hefty on the higher side with high cholesterol level, apart from the cholesterol in the body, the arteries are also blocked. The arteries are also blocked with the fats, thereby narrowing it, not allowing enough blood, supply. So the arteries of the penis, when they are blocked, with cholesterol, what happens is that there is going to be erectile dysfunction. The penis will not be strong. So using Forever AG Plus, which lowers cholesterol and blood pressure, and it also reduces the risk of heart diseases, will help you a lot in addressing your erectile dysfunction. Some people are just attributing high cholesterol with the size of the body. No, you may see a lean person that will now go and do lipid profile, and you will see that the cholesterol, the bad cholesterol on the higher side. So Forever AG Plus is also very, very important. So if you can see Forever Multimaca, Forever Royal Jelly, Forever Aloe Vera Gel, Forever Active C, for those with high cholesterol, or those that are diabetic, or those that are hypertensive, or those people with depression, or those whose problems have been identified to be as a result of neurogenic nervous system cause, are also required to take Active C. Male taking these products will greatly improve their fertility and erectile function. And for the women who are suffering with what? Low libido or infertility, should also go for Multimaca, Royal Jelly, Forever Aloe Vera Gel. They can also take AG Plus, and then they should also take what? They should also take Vitalize for women, and then Active C. Very, very important. So for those of us that are here, you can see the good message that we are bringing to our community that will really help us in addressing this major problem. I am telling you, infertility is a major problem. Erectile dysfunction in males is a major problem. In fact, in the books before, you will find out that erectile dysfunction in male, you should be around 45 years and above. But today, you will see young men of 25 years old, between 25 to 40 years, looking for support. That's the common term that is used. They will be looking for what? Support. You will see a young man of 32 years getting married, and before the wedding will now come to doctors, and then today you have seen the causes. If you have these challenges that were one or two that we have mentioned, it is high time that you will go and see your clinicians and then get solution to it. But alongside, if you are looking for natural solution, nutritional solution, you can now go for these products. As a disclaimer, you should understand that these products are not orthodox drugs. They are natural organic products that have been tested and proven for over 45 years of the existence of this company, Forever Living Products. So thank you very much. Because of the time limit, I will now allow Pes for questions and answers. Thank you very much.